All right, well, I've got an introductory level compass puzzle here that I want to show to you. If you want to try this puzzle out before I explain how to solve it, the link is in the description. And by the way, if you found this video somehow and didn't come from my Substack, puzzle Substack, Wits End, link in the description to that as well, where you can find this puzzle and another compass puzzle that I just posted, and lots of other puzzles as well. But if you're not familiar with compass puzzles, basically we're dividing the grid into regions, something like that maybe, right? Regions, but each region has to include exactly one clue. So there's going to be the same number of regions as clues. Every region has to have a clue and only one clue. Every clue has to be in a region. So in this puzzle, we have 4 clues. We're going to have 4 regions. Now, the numbers tell you how many cells are included in that region to the direction of the cell. Now, you can think of it like north, south, east, west, up, down, left, right, whatever you want to think of it. But the important thing is this 1 right here, for example, right? It means 1 cell above. It doesn't necessarily mean it has to be the cell directly above, right? It doesn't have to be something like this. You could do something like this, for example, and this cell would be the 1 cell above that one, right? Now, of course, I'm just ignoring the 3s for right now. You could also do something where it comes around here and goes all the way up like that. This cell up in the corner would be our 1 cell to the north or above. Now we've got a bunch of cells, 6 of them to the right, so obviously that doesn't work for this particular clue. But likewise, this 3 here, if you came, by the way, you can draw the lines on the edges, or you can click in the middle and drag to kind of, if you don't know where the lines are going to be yet, you can say, well, I know these 2 are going to be part of this region, that kind of thing. So this 3 to the right, we could actually click and come all the way around here, and these 3 cells here could be the 3 that are to the right for that one. So effectively, this 1 cell to the north is one of those 5 up there. The 3 cells to the east or to the right are 3 of these 15 cells over here, although of course you can't include these 2 clues in that, but 3 of the cells to the right. It just means anywhere over there. It doesn't mean directly to the right, if that makes sense. Likewise, I said you could do something like this earlier, right? This 1 cell up here would be the 1. It would also count as one of the 3 to the right. So if you were just doing the 1 and the 3 here, if you ignore the other 3 to the left, the 1 to the north, the 3 to the east, this would work, right? This would be an option for that. That's about all we need to know. So now some strategies. A couple things to think about before you just start drawing things and say, oh, well, we're going to do these 3, right? Things to think about are, where can you pick up the cells you need, right? Where can I get the 3? Especially the 6 down here. Where can you get the 6? There's not, it's these up here. So there's 15 cells, but 2 of them are clues. So we've only got 13, and we also need to obviously use some of those cells for these clues. So there's not going to be a lot of options for a bigger one like that. So some things to think about are, where can you pick up the cells you need? Also, sometimes it's good to think kind of the backwards way and say, which clue could get this cell, right? A specific cell. So like in the corner, let's go this corner down here in the bottom left, for example. Well, can this one get there? It can if you come down here, no, it can't if you come down there, because that would be 2 below. It can if you come this way, right? Because you can only do 1 below. So that one can get there. Can this one get there? Yeah, if you come down this way, because then it's got the 3 to the left. This one could if you came up and around this way. So that corner has a lot of options. But sometimes, especially on bigger puzzles with not as, there's a lot of clues for the size of this puzzle. Sometimes you can't get to like a corner, or once you've done some cells, you might not be able to get there. So that's another thing to keep in mind. So things that I've noticed right away are the 6 is pretty big, right? But also to the left, to the west of these 2 clues, there's only 5 cells. This clue needs 3 of them. This clue needs 2 of them. So that's all the 5. So nothing else can use those 5. The obvious thing to try is this, right? This one gets those 3. This one gets these 2. Now, that would work, but is it forced? Well, we want to make sure that we're doing, that there's not some other thing. Now, the only other real option is this one somehow gets some on the top, right? I mean, you could do something like this, And this one could have the bottom one and the one at the top. But of course it can't get the bottom one because you can only do one below. So if it doesn't get this one, it can't take the corner. But maybe we could do something where we come down and get these three, and then this one takes the two at the top? Maybe, theoretically. The problem with that is the only way to get to the top is for it to wrap around either up through here or all the way up and around, which is clearly not going to work. And then this one is trapped. It can't pick up anything above and to the right, unless, of course, it continues to wrap around. But then it would have to go all the way around here, and now there's no way we can possibly do the other clues. So that's definitely not going to work. And so basically we've proven that this clue can't pick up the ones above on the left side. Therefore, it's these three for that clue and these two for this clue. Perfect. Okay. Now, what do we know now? Now that we've got those in there, well, we know this one can only have one in the bottom row, right? Well, this one in the corner is the one, so it can't take any more down below. This one, likewise, can only have one in the top row. This one in the corner it's one. So we can do that. Now, we don't know about the right. This could continue wrapping around, and in fact, it has to pick up some to the right. It doesn't necessarily have to pick up this one, because we could come to the right and down and do something like that, or, there's lots of options. We know it can't take any in the top row. So now I think something to think about is this cell. Before we said, could you get to the corners? Well, all the corners were reachable by more than one clue, but how many clues can reach this cell? Well, this one can, right? Yeah, this one can. The 6 can. This one cannot. This one can, except, again, the only way it can get up there is to block off this one from getting more cells. So this one actually can't anymore. So it's one of these two that goes up there. Now, if this one comes up there, it's going to use one of these two and both of those, right? So it's going to use at least 3 of the potential ones for the 6, right? Well, how many do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's only 10 possible cells to get these 6. This one, this clue, has to come to the right somehow. It could come down and to the right, it could come over, but it's going to take this cell. It's either going to do this or it's going to do this, because it's got to pick up 3 to the east. So it's going to take this cell. So we've got 10. This one takes really 2. It's either these 2 or these 2. So it takes 2. That we're down to 8. And this one, if it comes up into the corner, it's taking 3, either up and over or zigzag up. So if we take 2 here and 3 there, that's 5 from the 10. We only have 5 left, and we need 6. So this one cannot go up to the corner because it's going to use too many of the cells because we need them for the 6. So the only clue then that can reach this cell is this one. Now, we don't know if it goes over and up or if it goes around this way or, well, we kind of do, because like I already said, this one's got to go to the right. So it's either going to come down here or it's going to come down here. It's got this cell right here. This clue with the 313 has this cell. So this one can't go up through this way. It's got to go up and around here to get to that corner. Now, it could come up and over. It could come over and up. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is its 6. So it can't go up. It's got to go this way. And we can do all of that because that's all the cells it can take from the top. Now, it still has to have some from the bottom, and we don't know where those are yet. But, well, one thing we can think about, now this one, we have the similar thing, right? Instead of this cell, let's look at this one. What clues can get there? Well, clearly this one can't. This one can't. It can only take 1 below, which we already know where it is, actually, because we know this one's going to take this cell. So this one has to have there. It could go to the left as well. We don't know, but it can't get down here. This one can get down here. Like we said before, we can come across and down, right? And then it's only going to have 2 to the south. But the problem then is we leave empty cells in this bottom corner over here. So that actually doesn't work. So the only one that can get down there is this one. So it's got to come down and around. And now that is 1, 2, 3 to the east. So it actually can't go to the right there, which means this one has to pick up that cell. This one's got the 2 down here. Now the only thing we have to do is finish off our walls, because this is going to come down and over. And so we go there, and we're complete. Very nice. All right, so that was an intro to compass. Go check out the links for the other compass puzzle and various other puzzles, and hopefully that was helpful in explaining how compass puzzles work. And I hope you enjoy the compass and other puzzles.